guys, and welcome to this week's Best of 3 Battle. So we are going up this week against a very good friend of mine, a very special guest, the recent Bilbao Special Championships champion, Piotr Kedziora. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Kedziora? I think. I'm pretty sure it is. But we are going up against Peter today. So like I said, he just recently won that special Bilbao Championships. Doing really well in that event. If you haven't seen it, I will link the stream replay down in the description below, as well as Peter's Twitter handle and everything like that. So do follow Peter. He's having a really good start to the season, and you know, he's so close to that Worlds invite already, that day 1 invite, and I'm sure he's going to do that. I would expect Peter to kind of bring maybe the team that he ran in that Bilbao Special Championships event. I have no idea what team I'm going to bring today, so I'm going to just quickly flick through my battle box and make a decisive decision. I don't want to bring the Bulu team, because of the Muk, probably the biggest thing. So what have we got? We've got a Z conversion team. We've got Nils' team. That might be quite fun to play. I do like that team with the Wimmy. Or we could play what we played against Ben, but slightly different with our Z conversion P2. I'm kind of tempted to play this. I think let's play this. Yeah, let's play this. Alright. It should be good. It's going to be a really tough best of 3 matchup. We had Ben on last week, and then we're kind of bouncing off the back of Ben. And, you know, Ben showed how good he is as a player. He had that game 1 where it went not so well for him, and we kind of capitalised there. And then you saw him adapt and, like, change his play around what he needs to do to kind of just shut us down completely. And really showed how well he can do that. And I'm sure Peter's going to do a similar thing today. We might not even be able to nick a game 1 off him. He's on fire at the moment, so it's going to be really great. And just really nice having him on the channel as well. So big shout out to Peter for having him on. And there it is. There's the team. So this is the team that he ran in Bilbao. It's made up of Arcanine, Tapu, Lele, Garchomp, Celesteela, Alolan Ninetales, and Alolan Muk. So we know that there's a threat there from the Alolan Ninetales to get that Aurora Veil up pretty quickly. We've got no weather on our side of the field to stop that. There's the Muk there that's going to cause our Tapus a lot of problem. Porygon 2 a lot of problems. Arcanine, Garchomp, Celesteela, kind of really common solid core that just lets you switch around in a lot of situations and kind of maneuver your board position around very well. But we kind of got similar kind of team compositions here. What do I want to do? I kind of feel like I want to bring the Koko. We've got to be a bit aware, though, that the Lele can disrupt that terrain, which makes things a little bit awkward for us. But, let's see what we've got on our Arcanine. So I'm pretty sure we might have. We've got the Will-O-Wisp, which is nice. So I am going to bring Arcanine. I'm kind of tempted to go P2 here, to be honest. But I might go, just for game 1, I might go Agak and see how we can get on with this call. So, good luck to Peter, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. So this is game 1, we're going up today, game 2 will be tomorrow, and if it does go to game 3, it'll obviously be on the following day. And just, I hope it's as entertaining as last week's was for all of you guys. So we see Peter, he's going to lead off with that Alolan Ninetales and Alolan Muk. And to Arcanine and Tapu Koko. So the options we've got here, we could go for a Gigavolt Havoc with our Tapu Koko into the Ninetales here to get rid of it, potentially. We could go for a Will-O-Wisp onto the Muk. But whether he leaves the Muk in or not is the question. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp onto it regardless. Oh, we don't have the Gigavolt Havoc on this one. Okay, so that changes things up. We've got Life Orb Koko. And I think the Ninetales will probably be able to survive a Life Orb T-Ball easily, so we probably will be better off just going for that Volt Switch into it. We'll probably see a knockoff come out from that Muk into the Arcanine to get rid of the berry, but we'll get some decent damage onto that Ninetales regardless. We're not going to be able to stop the Aurora Veil, so we do get the switch out. I'll bring in Celesteela here. We're not in too much threat. We could maybe get knocked off from the Muk, but if a Gunk Shot comes into that slot, it's fine. But we do see that Aurora Veil gets set up by the Alola Ninetales. And we're going to see Will-O-Wisp. Does it hit? Come on, Will-O-Wisp. It does. Excellent. So, I do make connection with that Muk. Do get the burn. And I'll see a knockoff come in on the Arcanine. Yeah, which will get rid of our berry, which is a bit unfortunate, but not the worst thing in the world. You've got to imagine at this point as well that Peter probably wants to get that Garchomp on the field. It resists everything that the Arcanine can throw out at it. And the Ninetales is still quite threatened. It's not really putting on too much offensive pressure onto our side of the field. I'm kind of tempted to go for a Heavy Slam and a Will-O-Wisp into that slot. I think I might just do that, because if the Garchomp comes in, we catch it with a Will-O-Wisp, that's going to be pretty huge for us, and then if not, then we do take it out with the... Yeah, so there's the Ninetales withdrawn. I was going to say we take it out with a Heavy Slam, but it's actually Arcanine coming in, so an even better switch in there from Peter. Getting that Intimidate onto both targets, and we probably would have been better off maybe going for a Leech Seed there, but we haven't, so we are just going to get a little bit of chip damage onto this Arcanine. And maybe likely see a knockoff from this Muk into a Celesteela to lose our leftovers. Yeah. So just getting rid of our items here, which is not ideal. So I think we need to adjust our board position right now. I'm going to preserve this Arcanine for later on in the game. For the Intimidate later on, if that Garchomp is around. But you kind of have to imagine it's maybe Tapu Lele. Maybe, but maybe not. So I will bring Garchomp in for Arcanine. I'm just going to protect Celesteela here, because we don't want to take any big Flare Blitzers from the Arcanine or anything like that. And we'll see how Peter adjusts now. But getting the Arcanine in next to that Celesteela is going to be quite nice. We can start throwing out some Earthquakes and things like that. So let's see what we go for. We get the Protected Celesteela. Will-O-Wisp coming out. Oh, okay. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant call from Peter there. Catching a Garchomp on the switch in there. And a knockoff to follow up, getting rid of. What is our Assault Vest, I think, on this Garchomp? Okay. So that put us a little bit behind here, but it's not the worst. But it's not the best as well. So the burn here probably, just leaving the Muk outside of its range to proc that berry. I'm going to switch in Arcanine again, getting Intimidate off. That means Celesteela should be able to take the next attack coming out from this Arcanine. I'm just going to get a Leech Seed onto it now. So, I don't think the Muk will switch out here, because I think it probably wants its berry procced from the residual hail damage. We've still got 2 turns of hail. The Arcanine might not even attack. It might just go for a Will-O-Wisp into the Celesteela to kind of neutralise those heavy slams if the Lele is something that he's got on the back. So we'll get the Intimidate cycle again. And the Arcanine does switch out. Okay. And we're going to see the Tapu Lele come in. So at least we will get a Leech Seed onto that slot. and a gunk shot into the Arcanine, but because of that burn and the -2 that it's on, it's not going to be doing too much damage. So that's fine. Now I would expect the Muk to probably switch out now for the Arcanine. Or maybe we see Lele switch out for Arcanine. Just to get rid of that Leech Seed on it. And it is quite heavily threatened from a Heavy Slam coming out onto that slot as well. What do? Do I bring in Koko? I don't know if I want to bring in Koko to get rid of the terrain just yet. Although bringing Garchomp in on that slot isn't going to be ideal. Might be better off just... No, we need to get Arcanine out of here. Garchomp's kind of a worthy sacrifice at this point, so I am going to just Leech Seed onto that Muk slot. You might see the Arcanine come in there, may not as well. But I don't want to bring Koko in on this slot to change the terrain and then lose Koko to a potential gunk shot and psychic attack into it. I think we're better off losing Garchomp at this point in the game, if anything. So we do see that Arcanine come back in for Peter. We are going to see a Psychic come out from the Lele into the Garchomp. Garchomp goes down here, which it will. Just going to give us a free switch into Tapu Koko, which is going to be quite nice. Hill does stop. And the Aurora Veil should end now as well. So Garchomp going down. I will bring in Koko because we can go for a Volt Switch into the Arcanine slot. Heavy Slam into the Lele. And then bring Arcanine in before that opposing Arcanine gets a chance to attack. So Celesteela is definitely going to be sticking around for this next turn. So, but again, we could always see a Will-O-Wisp come out from the Arcanine into the Celesteela slot. So Tapu Lele actually withdrawing, we're going to see Muk come back in. We're going to see this Arcanine. No Protects coming up from the Arcanine, we are going to get a Volt Switch into it. Leaving it just above berry range, so the Leech Seed the next turn will probably proc the berry, you've got to imagine, or maybe a Flare Blitz coming out from it will proc that. We do get our Intimidate onto both Arcanine and Muk. And there's the Flare Blitz, and this will be into Celesteela here. Yeah. Because of that Intimidate though, we are able to take that. Oh, but a burn to boot. Okay. We're probably going to see a berry proc here. And just a Heavy Slam into that Muk. Which will not do too much, but it'll do nothing actually because of that burn that we've had. But the Leechy definitely helping us here. Okay, so I think I'm just going to Flare Blitz into the Muk slot and I think we could probably take another Flare Blitz, but got my sneaky suspicions that we might see Protect from the Muk. So I'm just going to Protect Celesteela here. I don't want to take an unnecessary Flare Blitz. But we are just going to see Arcanine switch out for Ninetales here. It's going to allow Peter to get another Aurora Veil up, so just showing how well he can kind of operate this team. So a little bit wasteful from ourselves, this position. And there's the Flare Blitz from Arcanine into that Muk. Doing some alright damage. And there's a Gunk Shot into the Arcanine. We have lost that berry, remember, so we're not going to be proccing any berries. And that Gunk Shot's still doing some decent damage. Okay. So I think the important here, the big important thing here is to try and preserve our Arcanine, because for that opposing Arcanine to come in, we need the Intimidate from our Arcanine. We don't want to just lose it. I'm going to go for a Leech Seed onto the Muk and bring in Koko for our Arcanine. Hopefully we don't see a Gunk Shot into the Tapu Koko slot, but you've got to imagine it probably is. Encore coming out into Celesteela, going to lock us into Heavy Slam. Which is not ideal, but... Oh, lock us into Protect, sorry. And a knockoff. Coming into Koko, going to knock off that. But we could probably go for a Dazzling Gleam here. It might be enough to pick up the KO on either target. Let's see what everything's looking like range-wise. I think the Muk should definitely go down to a Dazzle. Just depends on... Yeah, and the Aurora Veil actually wears off here. Oh. I don't know if a Dazzling Gleam is going to be enough to pick up the KO onto the Ninetales, though. That's the issue. Especially without the Life Orb boost now. I'm going to go... We need to switch out Celesteela, so I'm going to bring in Arcanine, T-Ball into the Ninetales. Hopefully another Intimidate onto that Muk will allow Koko to survive at least a one Gunk Shot. Let's see, so there's the T-Ball. Stopping any potential Aurora Veils being set up from now on. Gunk Shot does hit. It's into the Koko. But we are able to take it, so that is helpful. We might see the Muk go down here, maybe. But such small margins to work around now, though. We're going to have the Lele coming in, probably. But I feel like Celesteela and Koko are going to be really important to kind of close this match out. Well, all three Pokemon that I've got left are going to be. We need that. Okay, so there's the Lele coming in. I'm going to protect Koko. I'm going to switch out Arcanine into my Celesteela. We know Muk will go down this next turn with the hail and the burn damage. But we're going to need to keep our Tapu Koko around, get the electric terrain up, so we're in a position to take down that Arcanine before it can do anything. Psychic into the Koko, knock off into the Celesteela. We'll take this though, and then that Muk will be going down. He'll just chipping away. I think we might need to sack our Arcanine this next turn. And even then it's going to be very close to whether we can win this game. It's going to be so tight. So let's see. Muk going down. Arcanine going to come in. Okay. So let's get Koko out for Arcanine. And let's... Do we protect Celesteela? Or do we go for Elite Seed? We have to protect it, really. I think. Yeah. We should hopefully get... It should survive at least one turn of Burning Hail, maybe. If we're... I don't know if it will. So Arcanine coming in, getting the Intimidate off. Celesteela protecting. No protects coming out from Peter's side of the field. I'm going to see a Psychic into that Arcanine. Will take us down. Flare Blitz into the Celesteela. Hail stops. Okay, so we will be sticking around. Okay, so we can bring Koko in now. Will the Thunderbolt be enough to take down the Arcanine? I really don't think it will be without the Life Orb. One thing we could play around is the possibility of Peter protecting the Arcanine, thinking that the Koko's going to target into that. So protect our Koko and then go for a Heavy Slam into Lele, or maybe Leech Seed into it. So we could do that. Let's try that. Gotta hope for the protect on the Arcanine now. So there's Koko's protect. No protect's coming out. Not even reading into it, just attacking. I guess he doesn't really need to here. Flare Blade's going to be more than enough to take down Celesteela here. And it's Koko versus the world, and I don't think we've got anywhere near enough to do the job now. Let's see, for future reference, how much this T-Bolt is going to do into the Arcanine. As long as it doesn't protect here, of course. No protect. I don't think it's going to be enough. Okay, so I was wrong. So we would have been better off going for that last turn. And that's slightly annoying for myself, because if we just went for that, it possibly would have been enough to pick up the KO onto the Arcanine, and then we would have been able to get Leech Seed into the Lele, and then we might have been able to close it out one-on-one with Lele, even though we were so low health with our Celesteela at that point. But very close game. Really good game there for Peter. Good game for round one. We're going to have to adapt a lot game two, I think. Even though it was close, I think we need to change up our game plan a little bit going into game two. So we'll wrap things up there, guys. As I say, we will be back tomorrow with game two. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on the video. It's massively appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe so you stay up to date with all of our daily content and things like that. And we'll be back for game two tomorrow. So thanks as always, guys. Take care of yourselves. And thanks for tuning in. And I will see you all tomorrow. So until then, bye-bye.